Hello, Sagittarius.
Welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot.
But this is for Sagittarius, full Celtic cross. The energy's coming in for Sagittarius, or those born under the sign of Sagittarius are dominant in their chart. I've noticed it can resonate with a lot of people. And other times it doesn't resonate. It will not resonate with everyone. Let's see what we got here coming in. The World. Something ending, karmic cycles ending, things that are negative, and new things coming in. It also could be where you're at right now is going to start taking off, whatever you're planning. So think about that. But that's just what's coming in. I gotta put the spread out. Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse is somebody possibly putting their swords down, someone seeing things for how they are, someone ready to see things for how they are now. And it kind of, I can see where the World card would come in with that. Has to do with heartbreak and sorrow. Really surprised to see that. But it's like you're seeing things now clearly, that something that was involved with heartbreak with you. Could have to do with, someone you were involved with, of course. Something that pierced your heart. Now you're finally seeing it. You're finally coming into realization what went down. And now maybe that's what reason why the World card is there. You're starting a new cycle in life. If I lose my voice, I may have to get up and get something to drink. Or I may have to cut this off and go back, but I don't like to. The Empress is what you crowned you are the goal. Growth. Time to grow. Time to manifest in a way with the Empress, or take your blessings, Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I just drank something. Four of Cups, the Foundation. Four of Cups, the Foundation in reverse. So you're going to reject something. Someone will offer you something, okay, Sag? They're going to offer you something. And you may reject it altogether. You may say, I got my hopes in elsewhere. And like I said, it could be from someone that you had a relationship that broke your heart. You're seeing things for how they are. It was a karmic cycle, and now things are turning in a different direction for you. In the past, the Ace of Rods in reverse, no passionate beginning, new beginning with someone. So it looks like, you finished something out. It does. You finish something out. Coming in, ooh. Ten of Pentacles in the upright. I love the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. The Ten of Pentacles in the upright is about getting overall stability. Going for your overall stability. Getting there. Aiming towards it. Actually getting it with the Ten of Pentacles. It'll be different for everybody, but it's a great card. It is something you are aiming for. And it looks like something may come in. Especially when I keep on thinking of that World card. But remember, I'm going to clarify these cards. I'm going to change up the story and make it very interesting, so stick with me. Possible future outcome or advice from the universe is the Knight of Swords. So it could be some of you getting the energy up to move about again and get on your way and doing the things you need to do. You could be taking on this energy. Or some of you could be down with an air sign. Now, I do not assign one sign to the court cards, because I'm just dealing with too many people, and it's different when you're reading for the masses. So the Knight of Swords can be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And there's someone, that has a lot of energy to get something done, a lot of, intelligence to go forward with something. What is coming towards you, you may get a little hasty or nasty message from somebody. Can be a fire sign, but not necessarily. A page to me is often like someone young at heart, or with a fiery type energy. It also could be a fire sign. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I see someone sending a message and it's kind of abrupt and rude, and I do see the Ace of Rods there, but maybe you're now seeing clearly because of the message you received from this person or situation, and you were going for something else now, a karmic cycle. Maybe you had your say, they had their say, and the karmic cycle has ended, and now stability and the World card is coming in. your hopes and fears. You're afraid of these messages. You're afraid of getting a message of love or, that's fake with the Page of Cups in reverse. Some of you can be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but not necessarily. Like I said, it's in reversal. It's an emotional message. It's kind of messed up in a way. In the end, the Fool. You're not going to take a leap of faith with this person. The Fool card is someone who takes, when they do take a leap of faith, it's going to be done very carefully. They're just not going to leap. I should have said that. They're not just going to leap. They're going to be very careful in the next step. And it looks like you are going for your stability. You ended a karmic cycle, and growth and blessings are now coming in. It depends on you and how you accept it. You will be getting a message that's kind of hateful, I'm not going to lie, rude from somebody, but I think you're going to be okay. And you kind of, in a way, fear this message, or fear to accept something that's like a fake message, when someone says they care and they love you, but their actions show differently, So let's go back to, and hopefully I don't have a coughing fit, and I'll have to cut it off again because I just can't talk. Something in the air. But we got the Two of Swords in reverse and the Three of Swords crossing it. With the Two of Swords in reverse, I told you what that was about. Maybe you're laying down your sword, seeing things how they are with a heartbreaking situation. You come to realization. So while you're there, Two of Swords in reverse with the Three of Swords crossing it while you're there. Lover. Has something to do with a lover, someone you were bound to. Sometimes it has to do with more than just one person, So the Two of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords crossing it. The Lovers, clarifying why you're there for Sagittarius. And regaining independence and regaining stability. Again, with the Nine of Pentacles, going for that overall stability, which it looks like you're going to do. But you're going to, still feel that old pang of heartbreak a little bit, but at least you know you're moving on. You'll be okay, Sagittarius. You will. And for those of you that, hurt somebody else and maybe broke their heart, maybe they're moving on. We can go vice versa. But the Empress in the upright is what crowns you or your goal. And sometimes manifestations, it can be the outcome also. But the Empress is full of growth and blessings and nurturing. I love the Empress. Every time I see that, I know something good is coming, and I will feel better about myself and the situation around me. So the Empress in the upright while you're there for Sagittarius is what their goal or what crowns them. So yeah, messages will come in and things will start moving again. Some of you may travel, some of you may move. Something good's coming in. So the Empress, Eight of Wands, both in the upright. What crowns Sagittarius while you're there? Page of Swords. Even though you may be getting these messages that cut like a knife sometimes to you, don't let it get to you because you're still moving forward. You will hear messages that someone may not like the fact that you are moving on or getting better things are coming to you, or that you're going for better things. They may try to, I do believe they're going to try to send you a message, but you're holding steady and strong. You're holding steady and strong. Because I see as a foundation the Four of Cups. Hopefully I don't start choking again right about here. But it's like you're turning something down. Someone offers you something and you just thumb your nose up at it because it's not good enough. Whatever they're offering you, it's not good enough for you. That's what you're thinking. So the Four of Cups in reverse while you're there for Sagittarius as the foundation. Yeah, Page of Cups. Yeah, because it's not very sincere with the Page of Cups in reverse. It's over here and it's over here. It's your fear of it. You're saying that's not even. It's not real. It's not real. So someone may offer you something, or maybe even if you're thinking, if they offer me something, I'm not going to accept it because it's probably going to be a bunch of BS. So the Four of Cups, Page of Cups, both in reverse as a foundation for Sagittarius while you're there. Oops, something wants to come out. Queen of Wands, that's you. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone taking on their crown and doing it well. Yeah, you're going to rule well. You're getting serious now. It's no more, give and take for you. You're taking, and you deserve to take it, apparently, because you suffered a lot of heartbreak. Now, the Ace of Rods in the past is in reverse. Passionate beginning did not happen, or it was really not what you were expecting. Again, I'm thinking some of you people may have said something and then it was all like fabrication, you know, fiction. So Ace of Rods in reverse while you're there for Sagittarius in the past. It's a good card. Yeah, something came to a halt and an end. You're saying, no, I'm not going to do this no more. This is not the passionate new energy I want. So the Ace of Rods in reverse, the Death card in the upright in the past while you're there for Sagittarius. So some of you did end something. Could have to do with Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra in the past, or someone with very sharp words, or someone that didn't know, didn't show intelligence in how they talked to you or how they presented themselves to you. And you may cut them off or they cut you off, but don't you worry, because that pain is leaving. It will leave. And blessings are now coming in. Ten of Pentacles in the upright in the very near future while you're there for Sagittarius in the very near future. The Moon, yeah, you're going into something else because something comes out and you're going to say, or you're going to go into something else that's more secure, stable, and what you're wanting. And you may get it with the Ten of Pentacles. It's actually finishing out something and getting what you're wanting, overall stability. So you do arrive, excuse me. I'm going to have to stop and get another drink. I'm sorry about that. I don't have it near me, I should. But the Ten of Pentacles in the upright, the Moon in reverse in the very near future for Sagittarius while you're there. It may be a little difficult for you, but I do see you ending this cycle. That's the Six of Swords in reverse. Usually it means moving on from troubled waters, and you will, but it's like you're having trouble doing it, but you do it, if that makes any sense, because something comes out. You're going through the motions. But it is happening, and it's at least it's movement. And don't worry about what someone says to you. Someone else may be having a little trouble themselves also. It could be an outside situation where they'll say something to you and try to upset you, and they'll say things that for some of you didn't know before, and all of a sudden they want to tell you about it to hurt you in a little bit. But don't let that, keep your eye on the prize, Sagittarius. Keep your eye on the prize. So, possible future outcome and advice from the universe, the Knight of Swords. And I already told you what that was about. I'm going to clarify that. Knight of Swords is a possible future outcome or advice from the universe while you're there for Sagittarius. Yeah. I don't know if you want to go for this. I gotta have another card. That's a Knight of Swords with the Ten of Swords with it. I'm thinking someone's going to come to you with an offer. Could be an air sign or someone with sharp words, or not really sharp words, but they get to the point of the matter. And there may be some betrayal, but then again, it could be the universe saying go for the Knight of Swords before you suffer betrayal, but I don't think so. I need another card. Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords, both in the upright for Sagittarius. I'm trying to feel the energy here. King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, if you choose somebody in your life, make sure they're compatible with you. And you know to do that if you run a synastry. A synastry chart is someone you run with somebody, you get their birthday and you see if they're compatible. And it will show a lot of times if they're going to betray you. Because I'm thinking you're going to have a couple of choices here. And I'm thinking someone from the past is still going to try to send you messages. But also the universe is saying move forward with the Knight of Swords. Don't go back to that emotional situation with the King of Cups, which could be a water sign. Doesn't have to be. But someone also over emotional that you were dealing with that had the Ten of Swords energy, which is betrayal. Being stabbed in the back. So I think it's advice from the universe. Go forward with intelligence, because the Knight of Swords in the upright is usually intelligent. And they go for what they're wanting. And do not focus on emotional situations that you have dealt with, that you will get messages that stabbed you in the back, if that makes any sense. Because in the outside environment over here, you do get a message of some sort. And I did see some messages coming in, but I don't think you're going to let it get you, but you might if you don't be careful. So just be careful. That's what the universe is saying. Don't let them get to you. Don't set yourself up to be stabbed in the back again, in other words. So the Page of Rods is in reverse, and it's what is coming towards you or the outside environment. Very hasty messages, rude, abrupt, you know, all kind of things. It also could be a younger type fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Page of Rods in reverse while you're there for Sagittarius. Yeah, this person, ooh, that's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They may try to cost you, you know, or this message. So it's going to try to knock it away from you. Don't let that happen. So this is the warning. This is why we do our tarot, is to get warnings so we don't step into this. It says growth is coming. It says end a karmic cycle so you can regain your independence and your overall stability wherever you're leading to. But don't let a message come in and mess it all up for you. What was your last month or the last reading? Was it something getting in your head? Don't let them get in your head, okay? So, Page of Rods, Ten of Pentacles in reverse as the outside environment, or what is coming towards you. You know, Sagittarius, while you're there. Don't let those messages get to you from the King of Swords. You have the Queen of Swords, King of Swords over here. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Again, someone was really sharp words. This one's to the point. This one's sharp words and not very intelligent at all times. And they're trying to hurt you, okay? They're trying to hurt you in some way, emotionally, I think. You know, they not just emotionally, mentally, so be careful. Now, your hopes and fears, this wants to come out. I'm going to let it. Yeah, your hopes and fears and manifestations also. Page of Cups, and you got the Ace of Wands, and it's over there in the past. You're fearing this message that's a lie. Oh, I love you, baby. You know, I'm sorry, I've changed, and you know, I'm just giving you examples, and you're like, yeah, right. You know, I'm fearing this. I don't believe it. So, Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, both in reverse while you're there for Sagittarius. Yeah, and you're not wanting to fight with anybody. You got the Five of Swords in reverse because you know if you start talking to this person again, for some of you, it can get ugly. You know, so you don't want that. So in the end, you got the Fool in reverse, and the Fool in the reverse is someone who's going to take things a little bit carefully. They're not just going to jump into any old thing without looking first. So, oops, yep. Here's this is starting to come out. I'm going to let it. The World card. I don't know which order it came in. Well, it did. I'm thinking the World card was in the middle. So you don't want to be trapped up again. And you may drop a situation. You got the World card twice. It coming in energy. I'm going to let it come out. I'm going to show you. I think it came out more like this. So we got to tell the story in order. Otherwise, it gets all messed up. The Fool card. You're not jumping into anything else again because you don't like that trap feeling. You'll say, it'll make me trapped with the Eight of Swords. It'll get to me. Because you got a karmic cycle ending and new beginnings coming out. Something has ended and now something new is going to begin. And with the Two of Pentacles, in reverse, is someone literally dropping the ball on something or saying, I got to move on to better horizons, better things, to regain my stability, my wealth, my independence. But someone, like I said, is going to try to get in the way, but you know that. So the Fool card, Eight of Swords, the World in the upright, Two of Pentacles in reverse while you're there. For Sagittarius in the very end, I see that you are going on to something else, even though there's a little imbalance there. It's going to happen. But you're going to feel a little, shaky over it. You're going to feel a little insecure maybe, or the people around you are. You're going to be dealing with a little unbalance with probably other people around you also. Something that had ended, someone you had ended something with, is going to try to get under your skin. Just let it go and go for your wealth, because it's promised to you if you go for it. But if you let them get in your head, it could cause a big disruption. Universe saying go forward to something, and don't let outsiders take away your Ten of Pentacles, which I don't think you do. I don't think you're going to do, because I see that World card twice. That something is moving on, whether we like it or not. Now, in the end, we got the Three of Swords in reverse. We just had that earlier. It is in reverse. And yes, I read reversals. So, I believe in them. The Three of Swords in reverse, you are overcoming heartbreak. But you're still feeling a little bit because, you're going through the motions. But you're moving on. It's easing up. It doesn't hurt as bad as it did. when it first began, where they really, you really got, messed over. But it's saying here, you're going to still feel the little, little pain here and there, a little, tinge of it, but you are overcoming it, you are healing, and you're going into something new, something prosperous, something that you will like, okay? So don't worry about the past. Go forward, okay, Sagittarius, and life will be better, okay? I'm going to let this go. I'll talk to you later.